Want to help the channel? Go to teespring.com/shopq2cast, where you can get the new Patriot merch and the classic Madman and American Asylum shirts and mugs. Use the promo code MADMAN at checkout for an additional 10% off your purchase. That's teespring.com/shopq2cast. Hey there, welcome to another week on the three important H's this week. It's hot, it's hazy, and we got a little bit of Hall H. Well, thank you for tuning in on this edition of Man with the Show. I'm your host, Zane. Let me tell you, thank you for tuning in. Oh, the day I record this is one of the hottest days we've had since the summer started. I mean, it is literally 100 degrees. It's hot, hot, hot. It's feeling like if it's down in Orlando, Florida, which I hear it's in those temperatures to begin with for the last couple of weeks now. If it isn't raining, as one of my friends down there, Thomas Cicerillo, he's been complaining about the rain down there, which it has happened in South Florida. It's a lot of rain down there. But, you know, this week we got a lot going on. San Diego Comic-Con at home starts this week, starts Wednesday. We also have an announcement coming across, a small little big major thing with Xbox, Microsoft Xbox. That's going to happen on Thursday. By the time you see this, it'll be Wednesday. We'll have it uploaded, this particular show up by then. And there's a lot going on with that as well, as, about Game Pass and possibly, the elimination of the gold subscription, which we'll discuss that in another episode. But we're going to start this week off with some craziness, or as you saw in the top of that, we're going to talk about some crazy Karens going on over here. And I laugh at this. You're familiar with Cartoon Network's Adult Swim, owned by Warner Brothers, filtered by through AT&T. There have been some whispers. I say whispers, but no, it's actually when you're talking about people on Twitter, and I keep saying this, there's always this one small percent crowd that are, or as some people say, it's the 3 people on Twitter that are just complaining all the time. When you hear stories like this, and it's just like, oh my God, where have these people been hiding? Have they just come out of the cave? Because basically things like this have been going on for many, many years. But what we understand is that there was this particular person, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to give the name or anything like that, and I'm going to advise you, do not contact this person. Even though her site is locked out now and stuff like that, don't go bothering her or anything like that. She has a problem in her own mind that this is going on, and it's not. Some people say, well, it's because they're this way politically or that way. On this case, it just doesn't matter. This is just a person that's just like out of there completely gore, or they're using it politically. You choose on that, but don't contact them. It's not worth it at all. But in this case, in this situation, this particular mother happened to tune into Adult Swim, which has been around since 2001. And even earlier, before it was called Adult Swim, you had some stuff on late night on the Cartoon Network. You had Toonami, Midnight Sun. You had all these shows that they were running at this time period. She didn't realize this was going on, and her kids were watching this. She saw something disturbing, and it was a video of and let me say this first. Adult Swim figured out how to get some viewers, and especially in the 4 a.m. slot. And basically, they start showing weird videos, and their commercial breaks. They have some unusual ad videos in between the shows. Now, this particular one showed like robot-looking characters, and they're using doll babies laughing as drum beats or something of that nature. This particular person took it to the case that Adult Swim is indoctrinating people into witchcraft. How the hell did she get that just from watching that video?
But she's a witch.
How did she get just this alone? I mean, it is the most ridiculous thing to say. And one, I have to ask this major question, and like someone put on Twitter, it says, if your child, by the time Cartoon Network switches over to Adult Swim, that's simply on you. You should have put your kid to sleep 10 minutes before 8. Now, understand, Adult Swim goes from 8 to 6 a.m. Now, a lot of the crazy commercials don't start kicking in until after 10. And I love today, well, the day I recorded this, which was Monday, Monday morning on Facebook, Adult Swim put on their page, and I assume they put it on Twitter, their warnings logo, which they put on every time Adult Swim goes on the air, gives that warning, the contents may not be, please, parental discretion is advised, because basically, we're going to be showing some crazy stuff. Has this mom not realized the programming that's on the show? You got Rick and Morty. You have Metacopolis. God forbid she saw Mr. Pickles. Holy crap, if she saw that. The Shivering Truth. Let's see. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. But yeah, that's on there. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. J.J. Valari's Fairy Tales. There's a lot of episodes of shows, different shows on there, and not even including the live action stuff that is just through the roof. Why did she just do this particular commercial? They go, one thing about Adult Swim, and I love how they do it, they go a little avant-garde, bizarre, Andy Warhol-ish, all that, and that's what makes the channel. I've always said they should have their own independent channel separate from Cartoon Network. Maybe now Warner Brothers will look into that situation, but then again, that AT&T is trying to save their money up on there as well. So it's probably we won't get anything soon like that. But Adult Swim is popular. It's been popular with me, popular with a lot of other young people. I'm not saying I'm young, but I'm still fairly handsome, as I would say. The programming that's on there, for years we've had Family Guy, which is leaving very soon. You had Bob's Burger. You had American Dad. You used to have Futurama on there. Have you not watched any of this programming? Have you not watched on that? You just picked out one commercial. In some cases, I think this is just a political ploy on this particular woman. And then someone threw in the article that's on there. Oh, she's part of QAnon. That doesn't matter to the situation. I have never heard anybody saying that they're indoctrinating. They're just using this article. They're just using this as a political situation as well. This is just a crazy Karen who just basically had not seen it all. And she's like, oh my God. And I understand she's probably a religious woman, which there are some crazy religious on there. I'm a Catholic, not practicing. I was an altar boy when I was young. And, there are some things the church just does frown on. But I wouldn't call this witchcraft. Not in the least. I mean, like I said, if you haven't seen Mr. Pickles, with the devil, that the dog is the devil and whatever one is satanical and stuff like that, and the other shows that's on there, and and there's been some crazy stuff on Robot Chicken, some real crazy stuff on Robot Chicken as well. Does she believe freaking Harry Potter? Harry Potter, if anything were witchcraft, does she not complain about Harry Potter? That gets me. It really does get me on this situation. And like I said, these blocks have been around for years. And some of the things you're hearing online, something like, I know you're not acting like Cartoon Network doesn't literally say goodnight to children, and that Adult Swim puts a warning before the show starts. That's someone on Twitter. Another one, Adult Swim is called Adult Swim for a reason. If you don't want your children watching, do the following 3. Change the blank blank channel, turn off the TV, put your child to sleep at a reasonable hour. Now, I understand we're in COVID situations. The kids are not going to school right now, but kids need their sleep. The kids need their sleep. Why aren't you putting them to bed time? I know, they don't have to get up to go to school, but they're still taking classes. Very important. Another one is As many pointed out, it's not Cartoon Network after 8 p.m. It's the only place you can get adult animation these days either. Adult Swim is like many other comedy on TV. It's been a long time victim of shitty parenting. Some boomers are so far behind they don't even know what the effing remote control is. And that's the truth. That is totally the truth. And I keep saying this, Howard Stern has the best line for this years ago, which he's changed a lot in the past. If you don't like the programming, you have a hand, turn it off, turn it to another channel, or turn it to another channel. It's basic and simple. Let me ask, if I could ask the mom, I said, Mom, whoever this person is, does your children watch anime? Do they watch Hulu? Do they watch Netflix, which has plenty of crazy anime on there? There's a lot of Castlevania. Do they watch Castlevania? Do they watch Paradise PD? Do they watch Big Mouth? I have to ask those questions because basically you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble because basically when you go see what they're watching and you're thinking it's witchcraft, I'm sorry. I don't think there are a bunch of witches at Cartoon Network, which I may be wrong, but then again, they're not trying to indoctrinate your children. Trust me, there are a lot of other things they're trying to indoctrinate your children, and we're not going to go over it here, but it is out there. Just pick up the books that your children are reading and listen to what some of your teachers are teaching, especially if you have kids in universities. One part of the article says, if Adult Swim is really part of the vast conspiracy, though, they could at least do is get us some new episodes of home movies. Yes, I agree with that. I very agree with that. More episodes of home movies, even though we know we're not going to get it. It was one of the earliest shows that we've gotten from Cartoon Network, which also you can hear the voice of Bob's Burger and Archer on there. Yeah, that's right. You can hear his voice on there. It's fantastic. It's a great show. I'm trying to remember who has it now. Does HBO Max have it? Well, you can go to, I believe you can go to adultswim.com and still watch episodes of that. So, please, tell me what you think in the comments. I mean, how crazy of a Karen is this? I hate using the crazy Karen on that, but I guess that's the terminology we're using these days. It's hazy, hot, and Hall H. So, until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Be sure to check out our little clips at the end of this video. It has a little bit more information. Thank you again. Thank you for those who've joined on. Thank you for making some of my videos very successful, and I do appreciate that. I mean, we have more stories coming. This is the Comic-Con week, so we've uploaded a bunch of videos in advance so we at least can concentrate to what's going on over wherever these videos are coming from. We know that most of them are not coming from San Diego, but San Diego Comic-Con at home, Xbox from home, a lot more going on. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and please share this video. We are on multiple social media sites listed below, and don't forget, hit that notification bell to let you know when new episodes premiere here on Cuticast TV.